What's happening, people? Dan Lawless here, West Ham Fan TV. We've just watched the West Ham versus Man City game where we drew 1-1. Dom, I don't know how you're feeling about that. Mixed emotions for me, but ultimately a good point against a world-class side.
It's a fantastic result, Dan. It really is. I'm really chuffed with that, and I thought we deserved it as well. I thought first half we deserved the lead. Second half we were completely outplayed. But when you get completely outplayed, you need to defend well, and that's exactly what we did. Switched off for the goal, unfortunately, and that's what price you pay when you switch off against teams like Man City. But we didn't put a foot wrong apart from that. Fantastic, thoroughly deserved point.
Yeah, I mean, you looking at the first half. At first is the work rate from the players and the counter attack and that goal. I mean, Soufal I thought was absolutely excellent in that.
Yeah, I agree. He was our man of the match today, in my opinion. The BT fucking gave it Phil Foden. What game were they watching? I know he scored, but he only come on for the second half. Now for me, it was that's what BT gave him. But for me, it was Soufal.
Yeah, Masuaku's up there. Yeah.
Masuaku almost cost us a goal at the end, and Fabianski bailed him out. But apart from that, again, a fantastic game. Rice really shut down the midfield. Soucek was better than he was last week. Fucking Yarmolenko, though. I mean, he didn't have a very good time out there when he came on. No, I thought the defence again, this is probably the best defence we've had since Big Sam. It's really coming together now. We were good. We had a good season under Bilic, but we outscored teams and got away with it. We've had a really bad defence for years, but this is the first time, like I say, since Sam, that our defence is looking fantastic, like a proper unit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, and the defence I thought was good. I just think we lost when we had obviously Antonio coming off for an injury, and we got Bowen off, and we had Allaire and Yarmolenko coming on. We lost quite a bit of pace.
Yeah, and listen, Dan. We could have easily have folded then. It says a lot about our mentality and spirit at the moment. You lose undoubtedly your best striker at present, and obviously Bowen is much more creative stuff than Yarmolenko, and we could have easily dropped. We could have easily caved, and City would have come away with the usual 4 or 5 goal result. But no, we stuck at it. We kept going, and we shut them out. And we got a deserved point in the end. So
I've seen some people slating Fab. I wanted to ask your opinion on Fabianski, Dom, because some people I saw slating him for their goal. I'm wondering if it was a class goal from Foden, a really good finish. But I'm wondering if he was slightly obstructed by Ogbon, or he couldn't see, or he just wasn't expecting it with the way he turned. And I think people are being harsh on Fabianski, or do you think he should have done that?
Absolutely harsh on Fabianski. Fabianski, he bailed us out. If it had not been for that save when Sterling was through, we'd have lost the game. So Fabianski's Fabianski's had a great game as well. Fabianski is, one of the best players out there. I thought he had good hands to the free kick. He was solid all game. It's just, it shows what an important loss he was when he was injured last season. I just think he makes such a difference in goal compared to what we've got. So I think you cannot criticise him for Man City's goal, because I don't see anything wrong with it. It was a good finish by Foden. It was a good finish. So to criticise Fabianski there isn't. It's just, I don't know what you're on about, but that's
look at the last 6 times in this fixture as well, Dom. The last 6 times in this fixture, we have conceded 4 or more goals to Man City. Only scoring 1.
22 goal aggregate scores 22-1 since we've at the London Stadium in this fixture. In all meetings since we moved. So of course it's progress. Listen, I said this morning on Breakfast Club, a 2-1 loss would be progress. Do you know what I mean? Let alone 1-1 draw, and scoring the first goal obviously helped, because when you concede against City, you're left chasing the game, and then they pick you off and hit you on the break. But we got the first goal, thoroughly deserved, and we shut them out. We shut them out for most of the game. Bar the goal, the defence was switched on for the whole 90 minutes. All right, Masuaku was bailed out by Fabianski, and Yarmolenko bailed out by the defence, and it's 8 points from Wolves, Leicester, Spurs, and City, and we've not lost any of them. So it's a fantastic return, ain't it?
Yeah, from a fixture run where we was wondering, if we'd get any points, we was looking at it. So,
mate, honestly, by now I would have just set 0 points. So it's a great return for the team. And listen, you've got to give, as much as I'm not his biggest fan, and many people aren't his biggest fan, you've got to give David Moyes credit because he's set up a good team at the moment. He's set up a really solid side that's getting points against good teams that we'd usually previous times have fucking collapsed against big time, like we saw at times last season, the previous games and the years before. But as I said, it's our best defence since we had Big Sam, in my opinion. So,
are you starting to believe that maybe we could go on to have a good season this year?
We started very well, and compared to what we all thought, I mean, me and many others included, were expecting us to be bottom now with no points, just waiting on the Fulham and Sheffield United games. But we've got one more game now, tough game against Liverpool. And if we can get through that, no Van Dijk, no Alisson, I believe.
I think Alisson, some said he might be back, so it's 50-50.
Okay,
Knowing our luck,
but listen, we took on a full strength Man City side and came away with a draw. But let's give it, this time last year, after the same amount of games, we were fifth, and everyone was getting a bit carried away, and then we went on to win like one game until like New Year. So let's listen. You know what I'm like. I'm a pessimist, but it's coming together nicely. So there's reason to be optimistic. Absolutely.
Yeah, we just need to hope that Antonio his injury is not too serious and he's back. That's the key for me.
I agree, but if Haller gets a good run of games and he's not, and he could do well in this Moyes system, it's not the worst thing in the world. So let's just see how it goes. Take things, steady.
I think Benrahma could be key, actually. Before you go, I want to get your thoughts on Benrahma. A lot of eyebrows raised that he weren't in the squad today. Moyes said he's not quite match fit. How you feeling about the Benrahma today?
I didn't expect him to start. I thought he'd be on the bench, but definitely a player to come in. But you see it all the time with new signings. It's like a trend right now. You sign a player like a big, your marquee signing, and teams never seem to start him. So it doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, it surprised me he started.
Well, we've lost your audio. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Someone just tried ringing me. Anyway, sorry. What was I saying? Benrahma. So listen, at the moment, you don't change that side. So he's going to work his way in, just like every other player should. You can't just let him in because he's a big name and people are raving about him. He's got to work his way into the team because that's the nature of the Premier League. And I wouldn't take anyone out of that starting 11 at the moment. So, happy days. Yeah. It's good to have options, ain't it?
Exactly, mate. And let's see how we get on against Liverpool the last game of this nightmare fixture run. So fingers crossed, mate.
Nightmare, really, hasn't it? It's been a dream, hasn't it? Not
a nightmare. The nightmare fixture run has turned into a dream. Yeah. That's it, mate. Well,
we'll come undone against Sheffield United, won't it?
Yeah, that is West Ham way. It's classic
West Ham. See you later, Dan. Have a good one.
See you, Dom. Thanks for coming on.